Hello, everybody. How are you? This is Nancy, the Disorderly Stitcher, coming to you live from South Central Pennsylvania on Saturday, November 25th, 2023. This is episode 38, and it's take two. So, yeah, I tried again yesterday to use my phone, and the recording went well, but the saving into my Google Drive didn't go so well because, you take it on the phone and it's in the drive and it's supposed to sync to the drive in your computer and it doesn't show up. And then, yeah, I was ready to chuck it all out the door. But no, I kept my cool. It's good. We're going to redo it, fix my hair. Yes, man, there's a lot of glare on my hair. Let me turn off the sewing machine light. Maybe that'll help. Not really. All right. So, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody that celebrated had a great Thanksgiving, that you had wonderful time with friends and family, and you ate all the things. Yeah, that's another thing that went out the door was my lose weight for my knees diet, because I figured, you know what, Thanksgiving comes once a year. And when I make dressing, stuffing, whatever you want to call it, that could be my meal: turkey, stuffing, and gravy. So, yeah, the leftovers are gone. Didn't make a big bird. So yeah, they're gone. Done. Kaput. They're out. So today I was good. I had protein cereal. I had chicken noodle soup for lunch. I'm drinking my water. So we're back on the wagon, I hope. So anyway, yeah, hope everybody's doing well. As you may have noticed from my intro, that my students have found me again. All of a sudden, a couple weeks ago, it was like, Miss Bender, you have a channel. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, well, how much money do you make off of it? And I said, none. And they're like, what do you mean you don't make money off of it? I said, I don't monetize my channel. Well, why not? I said, because then if I make too much money, I'm going to have to pay taxes. And they're like, really? I'm like, yeah, really. Yeah. The government's going to take my money. So anyway, yeah. That's not what I'm into this for, right? I'm into share my love of stuff. And the cat's banging on the door. She's got her paws under the door, freaking out. Yes, she's not happy. All right, so where do you want to start? Let's start with what I've been doing. All right. So before I go too far, and I do apologize, but this one's back in the hoop, and I really didn't want to take it back out. So this is Village of Hawran Hollow. And you know what? I am having so much fun with this. It's a big one. I have this one going, and I have Map of Hawran Hollow. But anyway, so there it is. Village of Hawran Hollow by Carriage House Samplings. I have completed, let's do it this way. I've completed block 1. I am now working on block 2. Yes, I know that she acknowledged she spelled Isaiah wrong, but I'm keeping it. And so, get the needle out of the way so I don't drop it. So that's how far I am on block 2. I'm doing all the white of the church so then I can go back and put the windows in and the doors and everything like that. One of those willow trees will go under this bird. There's another one on this side and another bird. And then, of course, all the grass and stuff like that. But I am really enjoying this. I love it. I can just sit there and get lost in it. The one thing I may do, though, is I did these plants in long stitch. You can see they're really long. And I may go back and back stitch them in. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them that way. So anyway, yes, I'm having fun. You can get lost in a Hallmark movie doing this. Because, they only have, 20 actors, 6 sets, and 380, 387 movies have, blah, 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 in one plot, right? Same plot, all the movies. You know how it's going to turn out, but why not watch it anyway? So, there you go. Whoops, forgot my needle. And you know what? I discovered, because I'm just, whatever. These little magnet things are just great needle minders. Why do I need a needle minder when I got a needle minder? Anyway, Village of Hawran Hollow. I also have on my wish list shores and Christmas and Halloween and houses and all that. So, yeah. All right, that's that. And the threads, I'm using the DMC. I'm not using the silk because, putting that much money into silk means that's less money I have for everything else I want. So, and sorry they're not in the best shape, but there we go. Budamus, Budamus. So there we go. And then I worked on my temperature tree. Oh, that's on 36 count. Hawran Hollow is on 36 count. I have no idea linen. So there you go. My temperature tree is going very well. This is on 14 count Ada because I just grabbed whatever I had. Now this is from Stitchin' Mommy on Etsy. She has different temperature charts. This is what I chose to do for this year. So here you go. You see that? So I'm about 12 days into November. So probably next weekend I will catch up with November, and my December branch is ready to go. And I think I'm going to put 2023 down there at the bottom. So you can see the leaves are starting to change into the cooler colors. Now, for some reason, the January and February branch over here and the November and December branch over here, I made mistakes in there, and they're really close. So I've had to fudge leaf placement, but it works. I don't care. So I'm pleased with it. I think it's cool. So that's my temperature tree. Sorry, I don't have the picture of the finished design handy, simply because it's a PDF and I just printed it off, and I honestly didn't keep the picture because I figured, you get different temperature groups. So there's like a, hot climate and a cold climate and a moderate climate, and I'm doing the moderate climate. So, mine is just going to be me, right? So I don't need a picture. But here's called for DMCs. In no particular order. So, yeah. I am pleased. Keep it in my postage stamp bag. Love it, love it, love it. I think I might do another one next year. I don't know which one I'm going to do because I bought a couple more. I have one with paw prints. Laura at Stitching by the Shore is doing a cool temperature stitch project where she's doing one for her and one for her husband. They were born, I think she said they were born in the same town, 1 year apart. And so she's doing one for his first year and her first year just to compare them. I thought about doing that, but I'm 58 days older than he is. I was born near Cleveland. He was born here in South Central PA, so I don't know. Anyway, who knows? Who knows what I'll do? All right, so the next one I've been working on, I pulled this one back out. So allow me to digress. So in my last video, I said that I was stressing a little bit with my stitching. because I felt like I had to do it a certain way. And that WhipGo, and I think it's a cool idea, don't get me wrong. The whole concept of WhipGo was stressing me out. I think part of that is because I have Lady of the Flag to do. And that's a big, 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 big chart. But so I did one October WhipGo and I bagged the other one. I don't even know what it was. I have no idea what numbers were called for November. None whatsoever. Then December, it's drawn today. So I don't know. I don't know. So what I started to do is I just reached in my basket and I pulled one out and I said, oh, let's work on this for a few days. So I will work on something for, 3 to 5 days and then I'll put it away. Pull out something else, 3 to 5 days, put it away. When I pull out the temperature chart, it doesn't take me long to put those leaves in. So that's a quick, one evening thing. So yeah, I'm enjoying things now. So I don't know if I'm going to do WhipGo next year. I'm also in Boss Me with Missy and Kathy from Two Needles Pulling Thread, and Jane and Chris, the Boss Stitchers, and Tracy from OG Stitchery. And I'm sure there's a couple other people I forgot, so I apologize. Honestly, what I might do is just make a list of 12, which sounds kind of weird because, with the way the boards are, if you've never done it, it's like a bingo board. And you have, I don't know if I have mine with me. I do not. Anyway, it's a bingo board and you fill in 24 of the squares with your project name and what your goal is. So it could be like 5 days, it could be 3 hours, it could be 100 stitches, whatever. It could be clean your craft room. It could be make something for somebody. I don't know. And then I had made the middle spot my free spot because, there's 25 squares, but there's only 12 months. So anyway, I thought about what if I just make 12 and then I can spread it out. Do you know what I mean? Because I would like to have Lady of the Flag be my focus piece. And then the other part of the month, I could do my Boss Me's or 2 months. I don't think that would stress me out as much. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. Is that, I don't know. I guess it's whatever works for me. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so I pulled this back out. This is the Scarlet House Hannah's Brownstone. And I started over here. I had started here and then I had like 5 stitches in and I was like, I have no idea which way this thing's going. And thankfully I did look at it because I was going the wrong way. And so I took out my 5 stitches and I started over. So I have the bird in the basket and the flag and this plant done. So my next thing is the house. Let's put it behind here. There we go. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So it's all Weeks Dye Works. Sorry, my computer camera is not the best, and I don't know what else to do with it. I'm not going to buy an external camera. All right, so that's Hannah's Brownstone. If I get moving on that, shouldn't take that long. And of course, finally, the last one I worked on is Lady of the Flag. If you are unfamiliar with Lady of the Flag and Queen of Freedom, I believe, were released very soon after 9/11. and they are now out of print. So if you find one, it's going to cost you a pretty penny. But anyway, here's the finished picture. It's by Mirabilia. And one of my viewers, one of my dear viewers said, I have this. Would you like to borrow it? And I just about fell out of my chair. So I made my working copy. In fact, I had to take it to school because I use the big paper, 11 by 17, I think it is. I'm using the called for DMC. I'm also doing the blue conversion for the dress. I don't have a picture of that, but I will try to get one and put it in here. But anyway, I like the gold, but when I saw the blue, I just fell in love with it. So yeah, there's a lot of blue in here. A lot of blue. So, whole bunch of colors. So here's my progress on Lady of the Flag. I did not iron it. I'm sorry. Now all these blank spaces are where the beads and the Kreinik are going to go. I haven't done that yet because I'm working in a number 2 Nerge hoop. My goal is to get some roller frames, a couple of roller frames, because I would like to put this in a roller frame. Yeah, that roller frame, and maybe Antong and or my Hawran Hollow. I haven't decided yet, but definitely this one. I don't want to do the beads and then put them in a hoop and crush them. Now, the thing about this one is that, you know, there's color. There's so many color, and there's color changes, and there's little blocks. So like this blue, I think this was like 932 or something, and it goes down this way and out, and, you know, it just, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So this is on 32 count flannel flower. It is not necessarily the called for. It is called for 32. So it's 2 strands over 2. I had purchased the flannel flower at the Steel City Retreat last year at the pop-up shop from the Crafty U, not knowing what I was going to do with it. I bought a yard. And when I was lent the pattern, I thought, there you go. That's what I'm going to do with it. So that's that. And I keep this in the portfolio I made. I guess I could show you the whole inside now, couldn't I? Anyway, here's the outside. You can hear the beads in there doing their thing. Quilted. Then I have a pocket here. And I have a zipper pocket here. And I used a snap instead of a magnet. I just didn't feel like fighting the magnet in my machine. So, yeah. I did not intend to put Lady of the Flag in a red, white, and blue portfolio. It just worked out that way. So, I did that. So, that's my cross stitching. Now, I did... I don't know if this would be considered a wall hanging, a throw, you know, a stick it on the back of your couch, whatever you want to do with it. But I had purchased a Jolly Bar kit from Fat Quarter Shop when it was on sale a couple of years ago. And Jolly Bars are exclusive to Fat Quarter Shop. And they're 5 by 10 inch rectangles. And it's like, basically it's half of a layer cake. All right. Layer cakes, if you're not familiar with them, are 10 inch squares. Jolly Bars are half of that. And it was a Christmas kit. And off the top of my head, I cannot remember the line of fabric. I did not get the background, so I used what I had. And I didn't have for the back, so I used what I had. And then I have the striped fabric that's in here is going to be the binding. So I put it together today. See if I can show you as much as I can show you. I'll try to get my husband to hold it up and I can get a picture of it so you can see the whole thing. But, you know, it kind of felt good to be able to make something like this again. I haven't made anything like this for a while. There's supposed to be another wide, what I call wide, 4.5-inch wide border around it of the white. And I'm like, no, that's too much white. So I'm just going to back it with the white and then bind it with the stripe. I'm thinking about cutting the stripe on the diagonal. Yes. So I was just looking for something. So that's what I've been working on. Not a whole lot. I do what I can and I do it when I can. All right, so let's talk about some haul. I purchased a piece of 36 count Lollybrock from, it's by Tabby Cat, and I purchased it off of the Stash Unload group. So it's got some modeling in there, but not anything that's too dark. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Do we ever know what we're going to do with that? So that's that. I have an idea or two, or three, or four. I got a couple of the new Brenda Gervais charts. I got Peppermint and Pine. They're 3 small pillows. Or I guess you could make them into pillows. I don't know if you could do them into ornaments. Maybe you could do them into ornaments, but they're the birds, the tufted titmouse, the owl, and the cardinal. They measure about 4 3/4 square, just about, on 40 count. So yeah, I guess you could make them ornaments if you wanted to. If you want to make them smaller, you could go over 1. So anyway, I got that one because of the birds. Is there some rule that when you get older, you like birds? You know, 35 years ago, I could have cared less about birds. I mean, I like birds, but I could care less about birds. And now it's like, wow, I haven't seen a cardinal in a few days. All right. Anyway, I also got the Light of Winter, which I guess they're calling a companion piece with, I don't remember, the Something House sampler. I don't know which one it was. But anyway, I bought that. So it's on my list. And it's supposed to be done on 36 count winter brew, which I do have. So, you know, one of these days I'll start that. It calls for DMC, Weeks Dye Works, and Gentle Arts. Sorry. I probably have the Weeks, or most of them, and the DMC, but I know I don't have the Gentle Arts, so that would be a 1, 2, 3 thing. I got my Fabric of the Month from Color and Cotton. It is 36 count Harvest Wheat. I don't know if you can tell. It's a nice beige. Might be a little darker than Vintage Country Mocha. And I also got my threads for the month. I get the 10 skein all color and the 5 skein primitive. And they're all carnival / fair themed. So this is Pony Ride, sort of an olive green, and Vaudeville, which is a tealy green, and Peanuts. I'm sure other people have shown these. Funnel Cake. To me, funnel cake is a little green for a funnel cake, but Carnival, sort of a grayish green, I think, or gray. Tightrope, which is a really, really light white gray. Circus Ring. House of Mirrors. That's another blue, tealy blue. Duck Pond. Fairground, a lighter olive. Ring Toss. Ferris Wheel. I love that color, that sort of, I don't know. I think this would make a really nice Prairie Schooler Santa. Sorry about that. Brain cramp. Acrobat and Carousel. So I got those. I also bought the Classic Colorworks Merry Christmas pack. I cannot show you a picture of it because there is no picture of it. It's just the chart. Woo! All right. So it's by Little House Needleworks. It's a house and a tree and then the border. It's 39 stitches square, 2.5 inches square on 32 count fabric. In this chart, you are the color designer. Use, where like certain symbol, you use one of the neutrals. The lines, you use red, and and then you have your choice of greens for the vines and the trees and whatever you want to do. All right. So with that, you got, oh, I forgot trapeze. Sorry. With that, you got all the Classic Colorworks. So I'm thinking if I can get my rear in gear, I'm thinking I might do one for each of the people that I work with on my team. But I have to get my rear in gear. It's not so much, it's not that I don't think I can get it stitched. It's can I get them finished? Yes. All right. So I also got 3 quilt books. I don't know if I showed you this one before, but this is Step Back in Time. Katie from So Tattered enabled me. Thank you, Katie. So I got this. It's not that I'm a big Civil War repro fan, but I just like the quilts. So yeah, this one is a definite because I can pull out whatever I have and scrap it up. This would eat a huge chunk out of my scraps and my fat quarters and whatever. The only thing I would have to do is make sure I have enough of whatever I want the background to be. Excuse me. So yeah, the baskets are 3-inch finished. It's a lot of baskets. And you have to make, does not say, unless I'm like glazing right over it. Which is probably what I'm doing. I'm glazing right over it. But his finish is 87.5 by 96. Dub. So yeah, I don't know. I might have something I could use for that, but I'd have to see. Thinking. Another one I got, thanks to Katie, was Snuggle Up. I think she used one of the quilts in here to do a like sew along with Olivia from Pumpkin Hollow. Now, this one I love. And I bought this off of a D-Stash group. So I'm thinking that might be what it's used for. I don't know. I'd have to see if I have enough reds and blues. I know I do in my stash, but I would have to see if I have enough reds and blues. 10. Oh, it only takes fat 8s. Oh. 10 fat quarters of assorted blue prints and navy prints. 10 fat eighths for the reds. I might just have enough. Who knows? I also got this one, Welcome to Woodbury Way. Again, Katie, thank you. See, and I look at these and I see all my scraps. I don't necessarily see a certain fabric line. Now, the one thing in here that really intrigued me, I have made jelly roll rugs, and I love making jelly roll rugs. This one totally intrigued me because you actually braid the strips together and then you put them together in the rug. This might be a next summer when school's out project. We'll see. Because you need basically one jelly roll, 42 strips, 2.5 by 42. If you like to make 34-inch diameter rug, you will need 84 strips. So it makes a 25-inch diameter rug. So, yeah, it's not going to be real big if you only use one jelly roll. So I'm intrigued. I am thoroughly intrigued. Yes. So I have that one. I also got my winter issue of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. There's a lot of cute charts in here. This one on the cover I like. And this one I'm in love with. One of my dreams was always to take a sleigh ride in the snow when it's snowing. That ain't going to happen around here. We haven't had a really wicked snowfall in probably 4 years. We got maybe 2 or 3 inches last year in one snowfall, and it was gone the next day. So, yeah. I don't know. One of these days I may try Punch Needle. Don't tell him I said that. I also got the 2023 ornament issue. I saw a ornament from the 2022 issue. It's like an old Model T with a wreath on the back. And I really want that. I got to see if I can find the 2022 issue. My father-in-law has purchased 2 old Model A's, I think. And he's working on them. And, yeah, I would love to do that for him. So, anyway, lots of cute little ornaments. All right, so I got that. I think that's it. I do believe that's it. So, last time we had a share, and our shares were from a friend of mine, Susan, and her husband, who are the Old Man and the Bee. And the first one she gave us was the Cancer the Crab and the glow-in-the-dark Krynic to go with it. And the person who is going to receive that share is Sherilyn. And that's how your name came up on the YouTube comments. So if you are Sherilyn, please contact me at the email address below and give me your address, and I will get this out to you as soon as possible. The second one was the Old Man and the Bee, the Celtic Cat, which is pretty cool. And that would be going to Joyce. So Joyce, again, that's how your name came up. If you would email me at the address below, we will get that out to you as soon as possible. All right, congratulations. Hope you enjoy them. I can't wait to see what you do with them when they're done. So I have some more to share with you. All right, this is the Caroline Dawson sampler from the Old Man and the Bee. It's a reproduction. All right. So if you are interested in this one, let's use the word sampler, S-A-M-P-L-E-R. And the next one is from the Old Man and the Bee. It is a marriage frock tour. Frock tour is a Pennsylvania German art form. And so let's use the word Fraktur. Fraktur. All right. Tulips are one of the main themes in a Fraktur, I think. All right. Fraktur. Tur. Now, these charts are a combination of Lavender and Lace and Butternut Road. These were charts that my stepmother had, and she sent me stuff that she had, her floss. A lot of it was all tangled up. But yeah, so I'm not going to stitch these. I know I never will. And so I'm going to pass them on to you if you're interested. The first one is a Butternut Road. It is entitled Celtic Banner. Oops, you don't see that. All right. So let's use the word road if you're interested in that. The next one is a spring. I don't know if it's a spring angel or what it is. Here, let me look. Celtic Spring. Makes sense, right? Celtic Spring. While I have it out, I might as well just take out the picture. It's purple. It's reading blue, but it's purple. All right. So if you're interested in Celtic Spring, please use the word spring, S-P-R-I-N-G. Put that back in the bag in a minute. Now, the next one I have 2 copies of. So I will draw for this one twice. It is Lavender and Lace. It is World Peace Angel. These are not opened. So if you are interested in World Peace Angel, please use the word peace, P-E-A-C-E. I think this world could use a lot of that right now. All right. So this one is peace. If you're interested, I have 2 of those. This one we're using the word Fraktur, F-R-A-K-T-U-R. Caroline Dawson Sampler. We'll use the word sampler. The Celtic Spring. Use the word spring, S-P-R-I-N-G. And the Celtic Banner, Butternut Road, covering up the chart this time, use the word road, R-O-A-D. All right, so Sherilyn and Joyce, please remember to email me about your shares so that I can get them in the mail to you. If you are interested in any of this video's shares, please put your comment below and use the keyword. And I will get them drawn before the next video. I don't have any idea when that's going to be. All of you that have ever been in education, you know that the next 3 to 4 weeks are going to be nuts because the kids know that they have another long break coming up. Yeah. Gotta love education. So, with that being said, I hope you all are well. I hope that you are enjoying your stitching. I hope that the weather is wonderful wherever you are, and you make the most of the time that you have. All right, so keep your stitches crossed. Bye.